There we go. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 25th episode of Cloudwork.
Hey, 25 whole episodes.
Yeah. How amazing is that?
Pretty awesome.
Yay! So, everyone who doesn't know us, 25
Much
episodes in,
unbelievable.
25 episodes in, we are Cloudwork with the lovely Dark Cloud, aka Cloud, with Benjamin, or in other Instagram worlds, he is called Snubby Struggle, and with me, Miss Mama Work, or you can call me Work. And if if to recap for 25 episodes, we have been doing some good work with reviewing comics, reviewing some lovely stuff, and just having an overall podcast.
More or less, if I can surmise the whole run we have had so far. Gay! Gay!
We are having a sparkly adventure indeed. Let me get my phone, by the way, so we can do the 30-minute stuff. But let's start Cloud.
Yes, so today's comic, we got a little fun one. It's not as heavy into story as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to get a story now, but it definitely didn't start with a story in mind, it seems.
Yes.
It seems it's called My Weird Roommate, and the person makes uh, another one called My Boy Love Story, I think, and it like
No, where's my BL story?
or yeah, that one. It's like about a like academy called Boys Love Academy, and it's like I haven't read it, but it seems to be the
Mm-hmm.
one of the popular ones that they do. Um, so like it's just about two guys sharing a dorm, and they go to college, I believe.
Yes.
Uh, and it that's all it is really. They it's just
If I could elaborate a little bit more, this is about. This is literally about this follows our two protagonists and our later on romantic leads. We haven't. We are like at the current point of the story. We are at the point where they both are like crushing for each other, but they haven't like started actually trying something yet. So yeah, still. So this is about and these are their names. Like these guys are not the only ones that are actually named like this, but yeah, the two main characters are called Nerd and Punk.
Yes.
I think you can get why.
You suddenly cut out there.
He's a
also like
weeb.
also
He's a
like
Fudanchi.
also he like also actually in the story writes the other story that the author does,
Yes, I like that.
and like it's like I guess just a fun way to like explain other stories and stuff for like no reason, and like uh and then Punk is just more of just like a punk character that you would normally see. He has like a dragon tattoo on his body,
Mm-hmm.
and like is it a band, and like
Plays
it's
bass, I think.
yeah. So it's pretty much just like your
But
teenage your like a teenage punk kind of
yeah,
character.
nah, he does kickboxing also. But oh,
Yeah,
that's this is yeah, and they're both in college. Nerd is very much openly gay. He loves the BL stories. Eats a lot of there, but like Punk is like this quiet type, very smart. But one thing he didn't like. I would I would suspect that he's demisexual because he had never never thought about any kind of romantical or even sexual uh, stuff before something started to happen in his heart with nerd. But
Mm-hmm.
this is yeah, it's fluff. It's nothing. The art is predominantly chibi. It's colorful. It's cute. It's stupid, and I love it.
Yeah, it's basically like it started out as like one shot, like just like a bunch of characters, and then they like get thrown into random situations. Um, but she always like had made sure everyone had their own personality and made sure everybody like had their own like way of doing things and story and the way they are as people. Where
Yes.
other like comics that like do like one shot with characters usually just like change them for the situation that they're doing that week,
Mm-hmm.
but they're actually like solid characters with solid like
They're
uh,
not deep characters by any
personalities.
means.
I mean, some of them aren't, but like some of them more than others.
I don't. No, no, they are not. I
Like,
don't care if I don't care if there technically is backstory for Punk and Drew. It's behind a paywall, so it doesn't exist. Uh,
I mean, like characters like Punk's bandmate.
Drew and
Is,
Ash, and then
the Ash is pretty like pretty deep and pretty like
well,
has a lot going on.
not that. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff
Then we have Nas,
behind.
which I think
Uh,
she will have a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Nosferatu, the cosplayer.
yeah,
Yes.
it seemed, and then there's like Punk's sister, I think, not Punk's sister,
Angel, who's
and
who's a model, and she starts getting a thing for the
Drew.
drummer in Dren, Drew, and that is also Punk's friend, and that let's see here, and more or less they start to get a thing for each other, yeah, and the thing, God, it's so much. It's not that much. It's like 7, 8 characters, but still beautifully
uh,
interwoven.
there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of there's a bunch of characters and like there's nothing like too deep going on. I mean,
Hmm.
like Punk's bandmate, it deals with wanting to like just be free and like fool around with people,
Mm-hmm.
but also really likes this one guy, and so he's having trouble with like with that with liking somebody enough to want to be with just that one person, but like has never experienced that before,
Yes.
and would so like that's what they deal with, and then there's Punk who like has never like liked anybody before, but really like start recently really started to like nerd and wants to pursue that. And then
Trying
there's
to
nerd.
court him, as he says.
Yes.
Can I go on about Punk for a minute?
If it's
After
only a
I
minute.
finish,
Yes.
Okay.
let, you keep cutting me off, man. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but you keep interrupting me when I'm speaking. Uh, but and then there's nerd who like is a pretty stereotypical nerdy character. Also been pretty gay for a long time. No, and like knows who he is. It's not. I'm not sure. Like if he's ever been with somebody else or if he's just if
No,
this is the
no.
first time. It just it seems pretty. Uh, but he's pretty open and pretty like easy to read character.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, now you can go, Ben.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Ah, so
Yes.
wait. Just let me stuff my mouth full of food first. But okay, so
Rather not.
one thing I think I have to give. I think I have to put my cards down on the table and say that my judgment of this comic is probably not gonna be so fair. Why? Because I am quite sure the through this comic I've found my type. Really now, yeah, I think punk, and I don't mean the character, I just mean punk. Yeah, I think that's my.
So it helped you a lot.
Yeah, I think so, but well, it's more like cool and masculine and hot aesthetic, and just like a good person beneath that. Yeah, and that is what punk is, and I think it's. Again, and one thing, he does kickboxing. More or less, punk is hot as fuck. I wish I could have gotten a real look at one of the not chibi artworks of him because
Mm-hmm.
again he does kickboxing, so he is fit AF. And
Mm-hmm.
but I think yeah, and also I think I have a thing for tattoos.
Oh yeah, tattoos are good.
Yes, but for me, yeah, it's probably like yeah, it's not like the tattoos that savage rappers get or something like that. It's more like it's not crude. It's just like big big things that you can't really miss that look tough but are also beautiful. So more or less big body tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
like like the ones in Dren have. So yes.
Well,
Mhm.
uh, as you started going on as the author was making his comic, obviously it was just like for fun at first, but as it became more popular, I guess they decided to make it more of a story,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually we got actual scenes and actual events going on. But they still kept the humor of like the one shots,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and which is pretty good. Uh, the story is pretty simple still, probably because the more complicated stuff is in the other one. And
Oh my god, we forgot to say that this is life of life.
and so like it's pretty basic. It's just like boy likes guy, but like there's no, as far as the story is now, there's no complicated reasons for why they can't be together. There's no complicated reason why
It's
they
just
haven't
like
said
they're
anything.
trying, just they're trying to get their yeah, they're trying to muster up the courage to try to tell them. Yeah, it's mm-hmm.
They live in the same
It's
room, and like so there's like there's some like situations that come of that, but like it's barely just like little cute things here and there
Mm-hmm.
that
yes,
will
and
happen.
even though I for punk, I think I have my favorite character. I think I already yeah, I think I already have my favorite character, and that most certainly has to be it has to be the Ellie, the
The elephant in the room.
most the Ellie, which is the name of the literal elephant in the room that just fooms in whenever something big just comes out of nowhere and it wants to be addressed. Ellie just plops in and she's cute as can be. Oh, I don't know why. I just love this artistic decision of literally having an elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, for the artwork, I would I compare it to something that like that people who make who made. Kill would do.
Mm-hmm.
Very bright, very colorful. Uh, always like very like the expressions and any of the things are exaggerated to the fullest extent. Very even though it's hand drawn and like static images, it's still still feels very alive and very
Animated.
yeah.
Yes.
Especially Nerd. Anything Nerd does is like the exaggerated version of it.
Yeah.
Uh, just because that's how he is and who he is.
True.
So like, which is pretty good. The art style is I really like it, and the art is actually good. I like the art. Uh, the story is basic. The art is pretty good. The only thing is like that I don't like doesn't come down to the comic. It more comes down to like anything I want to see is locked behind a paywall of
Aha.
like
Yeah,
stuff.
because yeah. Can I go into this?
Yeah, like an artist has to make money, and I get it. And like making money and making this your job is a really hard thing to do
Mm-hmm.
because some websites pay you for it. I don't know if Tapas does pay for it, but not a bunch,
No.
as far as I'm aware. And you know stuff like that. Like it's usually Patreon funds until like, and then usually people are still doing freelance stuff on the side.
Yes, it is a harsh world indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, not again. Of course, there's a lot of like, oh, here's an unsheebied pic of them just sitting like if they were a couple, this would be a really cute position they would be in. Unsheebied, yeah, that's fine. That is locked behind a paywall, and I only get to see a little bit. But what this offer does that really infuriates me is that they like, oh yeah, here's some backstory. Like again, it seems like Punk has had some extremely dark stuff happen to him, and we never get to see that because we are no, because we don't we yeah, because we don't want to pay for a yeah. Again, we really
So what?
you know,
Yes.
if like it was, oh, like it was just like Xbox, not Xbox. It was just like pictures or and stuff like that. But from what I
yeah, and
gather,
yeah,
it's
they
full
do
like
that like a few not safe for work comics, just some fluff comics,
it's like
non-canon,
as far as
some
I'm aware, it's whole like comic arcs, like full like couple pages of like something happening, and I get it
yeah.
for the 18 plus stuff,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
like
and just
you
like
know
art or just fluff comics. Yeah, yeah, but
I
yeah,
get
more.
the backstory part. It's like, oh, well, why?
Yeah. Again, they have stated that you don't need these backstories to understand the main content, but
It kind of sucks that you want to know the
yeah,
rest, but you can't if you don't want to pay or you don't
yeah.
have the money for it.
And
And
yeah, one thing also that I find kind of weird. If you think that they are doing this just so they could scrape by, bitch, please, they making 6,000, over six, almost yeah, close to $7,000 a month just off Patreon. So maybe like I don't know now release like the first ones first the punk background stuff you released now very gradually or something please.
uh, this artist seems pretty successful and has found a foothold
Mm-hmm.
in the community. Uh, and I like My Weird Roommate. I like it a lot. I've tried uh Where's My Beloved Story, but it never grasped me as quickly as My Weird Roommate did.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly because of the beginning one shots and then eventually and then over time developing a story. And unlike most comics with one shots, uh, everything that happens in it they remember. Like it's not like something will happen and then it's never talked about again.
No.
It's more just like yeah that happened and it continues to stay with them, which is
Yeah,
good.
it's good that they recall things indeed. Otherwise, why make it into the basically the canon? We will create plot holes.
But um,
Okay.
yeah, but well, yeah. What are your views, Barbs? You haven't said a lot.
Mm. Um. Well, agree with Ben that the elephant is really cute, and I really like it. I also like the integration of like the fake live streams that Nerd does to promote their other work or to promote like anything coming on. Um, the art style I had to get used to, but for some reason I always have to get used to the art style for every episode we do. So I don't know. It was a lot to get through, by the way. This story has it's probably almost 2 years old, I think, or is it's just like 1.5 years old? I don't know, but it's a lot to get
Something like
through.
that.
And even though there are one shots, the thing that got me sometimes were the text balloons that were for me were a bit um, out of order, or I didn't know which side. Sometimes it started from left to
Yeah.
right, and other times it started from right to left, or it started from up to down, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know where to start or how to
I
start it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of times they like do it on only one side.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, if you try to read when there are on sides, it's normally right to left. I've felt, but still, for most part, I feel like oh, it's left to right, so it gets ruined when there's not it's not that clear that it's supposed to be. Uh, Read that way, but and not only that, sometimes I have like a trouble seeing between the thought bubble and the speech bubbles. And
Yeah.
more or less, the thought bubbles they are still like they are opaque. They have a lot of lines around them, spreading out, and then uh, the normal the normal speech bubbles they are normally like solid shape
Mm-hmm.
solid shapes that have has an arrow going to the character. And one other thing that I don't think I really like is that normally a lot of these comical and a lot of the time manga based or just Japan based comics, which this one gathered from a lot, is that there are outside of the thing, outside of them, outside of the speech bubbles, there are small unboxed text speech that is normally just supposed to get extra little bit of normally they're not the what I have experienced them as that they aren't really like said. They are just like there to bring a little bit of extra. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
you mean it's like
Yeah, but
half a thought
yeah, like it's
bubble
not
or a
really something
mumble.
that's not the main message of what they're saying. But what I have a problem with is that in one instance, in that like small, supposed to be unimportant text, nerd calls uh, punk handsome,
Yeah.
and then in the next panel, he's like, "Did you call me handsome?" And it was like, huh? Again, stuff that is supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be like small talk, just stuff that is probably muttered
it
and
seems
that
to
kind of
be
stuff.
like
But
whispered or like this like still audible, but like you can still hear it, but it's quieter. Is what bragging because it's not the only comic that does that. I know other comics that do it too,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems sometimes the things said in those don't get brought up at all. Sometimes they do.
yeah,
It
but
just
I don't.
it
Yeah,
depends.
because again, it feels like you could just gloss over them and you shouldn't miss anything. But here they are using stuff that should be like the main focus of what they are saying, just in the background, and that doesn't get. And with the added confusion of not knowing if it's left to right or right to left, it can leave someone who is not reading comics quite confused.
And
Yeah.
It's cute
okay,
as hell, but sometimes it can be a difficult one to read.
agree. All right, guys, it's been 30 minutes. It's time for final like either ratings and final thoughts. So for
Yes.
me, overall, I think it's a good comic. It's a lot of fun. The author definitely uses it very creatively, and definitely use it as like an outlet to like just write a fun, simple story.
Mm-hmm.
And and I like it a lot. There are really good characters. Yeah, some stuff is locked behind paywall, but at the same time, you can also buy the books physically too
Yeah,
if you want.
they made
Like,
books out of this too. So again, they're not
um,
in the gutter.
yeah. So uh, but I still like it a lot. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10 for me because it's just pretty solid comic all around. To be honest.
Mm-hmm. Ben, how much do you rate it?
Barbs. Yeah, Barbs, you go first.
Me first. Um, I read it all in one day, meaning I read it today. And I
Oh,
might have glossed
very
over some stuff. But to me, I think it's 6 or 7 out of 10. I liked the way the comic went. After a while, I liked the elephant a lot. But
oh yes,
yeah,
Ellie.
yes. But yeah, for the style was not completely for me. For me, it's a 7 out of 10. Ben.
Oh, okay. For me, it's just. Hubba hubba for
Okay.
punk out of 10.
Okay, if we ever have to compare these two, we cannot make a good comparison because your because your rating system is a bit flawed in that. But for the rest, I can understand what you mean.
Shush. Shush with you beautiful creature.
All right,
Okay,
so news
news time. Uh,
time.
I was
Oh
sick.
god, we should like search for Florida man stories to talk about this when we don't have anything else to talk.
So the gaming industry had a bunch of things happen recently.
Mm-hmm.
BlizzCon happened.
But what?
Yes.
Uh,
What happened?
BlizzCon happened recently.
Oh, oh yeah.
Uh, there's been stuff going on at Blizzard recently about a player that was in support of the protests happening in Hong Kong uh, was banned from playing competitively for like 2 years, which doesn't sound like a long time, but that kills your career in that field. Uh,
Wait. He was not. Was he openly against the?
oh, he was for them.
What the
Uh,
fuck? What kind of
well,
conservative bullshit is that?
because in there's a lot of injustice stuff happening in China right now, like
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
a lot.
it's a Chinese esports. Okay, if it was like an American, I was like, what the fuck?
No, it still doesn't make sense, but yeah.
No, it does make sense in China because China has a
You're not,
lot more
you're not,
control over
you're,
it.
I don't
Can
think
do
you're,
a lot more things.
Benjamin, listen to
It's
Cloud,
populous
please.
and.
but
Mhm,
man, I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. He's for
mhm,
the protests that are happening in Hong Kong because there's people protesting in Hong Kong right now
yeah.
for those injustices and for the
Yes.
basically canceling the freedom of speech.
Mhm,
And it wasn't even a big thing. Like he was asked about it in an interview, and
Mm-hmm.
he answered, and he got banned.
yeah,
Blizzard
I
banned
know.
him.
It makes sense if it's in Chinese because that is what the Hong Kongs are mm, protesting against. China.
And he's an American player. He but like from but he is
He plays in the
uh,
Chinese league.
no leagues. It's just he got banned because basically because Blizzard was spooked that their Chinese partners would get upset. Uh, and so this happened a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And recently at BlizzCon, people did not like that. People were very upset. Everyone could people understand from a business point of view why he would ban someone
Mm-hmm.
um from that, but from a freedom of speech and rights point of view, especially if you're saying it in America,
Mm-hmm.
people were upset about it.
Yes.
Uh, like, and a company issued an apology that wasn't an apology. You know the ones.
Yeah.
The basically what it came across as is I'm sorry that you got upset about how we did it. Basically, not sorry that they banned him,
No, sort
but
of blaming.
sorry. Yeah, basically, then they had a interview with this PC gaming, a big PC magazine, and the interviewer was very direct with the questions,
Mm-hmm.
asking about themes directly, which is awesome. Being like, so is the player back? No, the player's not back. Well,
Mm.
why did you do that? Well, because technically we don't own a Hearthstone. It's just a company that we own that makes it, and we didn't want our business partners in China to be upset. Basically, is what they said.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not our fault, but it's our fault.
Yeah, it's not our fault that
You know.
people in China are such uh people, let's say, that family
Yeah.
friendly.
Um. Yeah. China's been doing a whole lot of banning recently. South Park is not in China anymore. Like
No.
you can't even find it online. It's just gone
Didn't China ban
to the
Winnie the
point where
Pooh as
even
well, or was that South Korea?
yeah, Winnie the Pooh that was also China. Uh,
What?
uh, PewDiePie is also banned in China.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
PewDiePie.
so now he's got Korea. No, what was it? He's got wherever T series is from.
India?
Like that country, India, I think. Yeah, India has pretty much banned him. At least the videos about T series and all that.
Oh dear.
Uh, and then now he's not allowed in China. South Park's not allowed in China. Winnie the Pooh's not allowed in China.
It's so weird.
Um, but anyway, BlizzCon was like, "Oh, we're releasing Diablo 4 in 2 years,"
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, "Well, at least you showed us a fun cinematic." And like, I don't think there's gameplay from what I heard. Although my roommate says otherwise, but I haven't seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and Overwatch 2 got announced. There is gameplay of that, and
Wait,
that should
what
be. They're gonna.
got announced?
Overwatch 2 got announced,
Okay.
and which I'm excited for because I like Overwatch personally. It's a fun game.
Sometimes
So
I like to watch.
they're gonna
Yeah.
push that out pretty fast. They're going to just because of all the recent controversy with them, and they need to get back in people's good graces. So they're gonna push that out fast.
Yeah. Talking about
Is what
fast.
people.
Talking about fast. The new concept art of Sonic the Hedgehog came out as well, didn't it? For the movie.
It is
It
not
actually
bad.
it actually looks like Sonic this time.
They fixed it.
They fixed it well, yeah. Wow, someone is
Basically,
laughing in the background.
basically, like, they took people's advice. We're probably looking at the edits other people made, and like made their own based on that.
Yeah, I think so. Because there were a lot of fan trailers like how should have looked like, and I think they took the designs of that. But I hope it will become just a better movie because
Too.
people are were very upset about that.
Hope they took this time to use some reshoots and all that.
Yeah. I just
I doubt it's gonna do super well,
mhm.
but it's definitely gonna do better.
As long as it's better
Yeah.
than the games, then it's okay. I mean,
Oh man.
I've never played
Nope.
Sonic, but I heard the Game Grumps complain about it way too much.
Yeah. Um. There's Game Grumps news, so I'll talk about that here in a second. But
Mhm.
but the last gaming bit I have to share
Mhm.
is that I think I think it was Germany. I'm not sure, but I don't remember the country. But a country that was in America recently released a saying that you can now get a refund for Fallout 76. Uh,
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
based on
Germany.
the based on the fact that it's a broken game, and
Mhm.
they looked at it, they're like, no, this isn't done. Like, yeah, people definitely should get their $60 price tag back.
Nice.
Uh, if you're in that country, get a refund.
Just
Yeah,
get the
but the thing
refund.
is, like, again, they actually, again, they are being sued for that because, again, it's they made a class action lawsuit because because of them just refusing uh, people to be able to get a refund.
Yeah,
And
everyone's
do
seen that.
that.
Everyone's seen the video
Uh,
of the guy at the GameStop employee at the GameStop, right? When he couldn't return 76.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it through the internet historian video, correct?
Yeah, yeah, it's in the historian video.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, that was honestly that video covered everyone's frustration at the time. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's how I
Yeah.
felt. It was just
Not
like,
only that, the
yes,
duffel kerfuffle was thrown into the.
I get the game not being a little bad, but how does everything, every part of that release fuck up so bad?
Oh.
Yeah, again, the fucking rum bag. Oh god, so much shit. Ah.
Went wrong. It just even informing people took too long.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, recently, again, it's Fallout. It's Fallout first.
uh,
Recently, there's like let's see here. There's and one thing with Fallout first is that every month you get 150 credits, which is
160, I think. It's like, no,
just
it's like 1,600,
and that's
which is
like
like 16 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
no. That's like 1.6. 100 is $1. Again, a month to spend.
So like
With,
$16 a month you get.
no,
Uh,
no. Wait,
it's
was it
1,600 atoms.
1,600?
Yeah, it's 1,600 atoms.
Uh, 600.
100.
Okay, that's $6. But
Oh,
anyway,
16.
you also get like a few perks with this with Fallout First, and that is one of them is the Ranger, the Fallout Ranger from the Fallout Ranger outfit from Fallout New Vegas. One thing now that you now there is a microtransaction that lets you buy that armor. No. Buy a skin for that armor. But more or less, what they have done is that only if you are a paying member of Fallout First, their paid subscription service, you can, and only then you can, yeah, only and only then can you, more or less, again, it's locking a microtransaction between a paywall, behind a paywall.
Yeah, it's like
It's
two transactions
exclusive.
that you gotta make.
It's an
And
exclusive fucking microtransaction, which is
people are
that's just
people are just done with it. People are done with all of it. So
Yes.
basically, uh, but yeah, so that was gaming. And then recently, Game Grumps has changed the way they're gonna start producing videos.
Yeah.
Instead of do instead of doing them for 10, 15 minutes, they're gonna start going for an hour to 2 hours. That way, they can get like a series done faster, or a funny one shot they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They can like do quickly and get it over with. They're gonna be like an hour to 2 hours long. Uh, he said 30 minutes to an hour at most, but he's already broken that with his Ghouls and Goblin playthrough.
Yeah.
Uh,
who?
Game Grumps
and
Aaron.
Oh, okay.
I tried to watch
And
that, but he's not that funny on his own. He really needs Dan. But yeah, continue.
yeah, he and then it's still gonna be. It's not gonna be every day. It's like Monday, uh, big game grumps. Tuesday, power hour.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, long game grumps plus animated. Thursday, uh, um, good content, which is what the show, the other show on the Grumps is,
Mm-hmm.
which was called, which used to be called, whatever the show's called, but now it's called good content. They got a
Okay.
name for it now. And then Friday, long game grumps, and then I think they're gonna start doing compliment weekends.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, a little bit, but I like this idea. Uh, it makes it so I can watch the series quicker. It makes it so like I don't have to wait for a couple episodes to get into the meat of a game if I don't want to watch the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's gonna
I'm not
be
sure, but
it can change.
yeah, I'm not sure about it yet. But to be fair, I haven't watched Game Grumps for a while. I tried to do the ghouls.
Oh, they're funny.
Yeah, I know. That's how I actually found out about Nia Sex Party. But I haven't watched YouTube. Yeah, you know what I watched? I watched like only try not to smile or laugh compilations lately. A lot of them. Oh, but
People watch certain things.
yeah. So I watch people react to try not to laugh compilations, which I find funny. But what is not so funny, what's also on the news, have you heard about the emoji gate on YouTube?
Uh,
How if you are live streaming on YouTube, so not here on Twitch, but if you are live streaming on YouTube and you are asking your followers to spam an emote, those followers get banned. Their accounts get suspended,
that's fun.
and
Why?
they are actually their appeals are denied just because they are spamming an emote. They haven't done anything wrong. They just spammed an emote. And Markiplier and the whole team, and of course everyone who is suspended for spamming an emote, they are furious. Like, really furious.
Good.
And I can really imagine, like, you are just doing something, you are subscribed to someone for so many years, you actually are, like, paying to see them, and then you I think the minimum was like 6 emotes. You put down 6 emotes and then your whole account is suspended. Your whole fucking Google account is suspended. Can you imagine? Oh, and Google is everywhere. I have no idea, man. I would be so
And
pissed.
that's a new email at that point. That's like It's that's changed. This a complete new you have to get all your stuff back pretty much.
Yeah,
If you had a Netflix thing connected to it, like that's gone. It's just gone.
everything is gone. So everyone who
Uh,
is watching this on YouTube, by the way, if you are going to watch a live stream, as far as I know right now, do not, I repeat, do not use emoticons. Do not spam emotes in your live stream. Do not ask for emotes. Do not put emotes in there. Just type out whatever you want to say, because otherwise you'll be in serious danger.
yeah,
Or
they
if you
also
want,
like change.
yeah, and if you want to spam emotes, go to Twitch. Come watch us on Twitch.
Also, giveaways are now not allowed on YouTube. Uh, for some reason. So no more
Why,
giveaways.
really? YouTube is not promoting itself that good.
No, but one thing about a lot of like giveaways, a lot of them are fake, never get through. Just a lot. A lot of them just are just fake. Like people just don't get their prices even though they are contact. Like
Yeah.
there was like an infamous one where a guy walks up their truck, a pickup truck, like the back piece of like the cargo hold, and there's just and he reveals like just a mountain of iPhone boxes. Presumably there's iPhones in them, and he says he's all of them are gonna get given away in a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there were no iPhones in those boxes.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
He just bought a shit ton of empty iPhone boxes, put them in his truck, and then did that. And oh god, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's douchery.
Yeah. So again, it's not really that fair. Yeah, but again, a lot of there's just a lot of just like go to my go to this go to my social media, follow me, and like my latest post, and then you will be submitted into my my giveaway. You can get neither PayPal or my gift card giveaway, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like really bad YouTubers do that, and they probably haven't even spent a penny on giving out prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a good change that's coming actually is the big problem with the demonetization is the not suitable for advertisers, which is the mainly just like not suitable for kids and children and stuff like that.
Yes.
Problem with uh, children's stuff on YouTube right now. They're going to implement a change where they you can say uh, like if it has children in it, or if it's slash appropriate for children, or if it's not. And then if you press it's not, then it's going to be less likely now. Hey, videos will get demonetized for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So all our stuff
Which is
will
good.
be not for children, basically, because we curse a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not.
I gotta look at that because I don't know if it means like people under the age of 12 or people under the age of 18. Because technically speaking, then we would have a child, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sort of content is
Hello.
not well looked upon.
Hi,
No. Okay. Yeah.
Kevin. Oh yeah. Where does that come from?
I don't know
And
anymore.
so,
Oh
that's
god, I
all.
want to know where that come from. It comes from. The Oracle will.
Okay. Yeah, but
We'll
that's an
see.
interesting thing. Yeah. Um. Any more news, by the way?
Um, news.
I just googled, and like 6 hours ago, a Madonna fan sues Madonna because she changed the time of her concert on December 17th in Miami.
Wait. I didn't catch all the details. Could you repeat?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Of course you can.
Madonna,
Mm-hmm.
you know Madonna, she changed the time of her
Oh.
concert, and there's this fan in Miami who is suing her for this.
Who is suing her?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, because like people plan that kind of stuff.
Like,
And, like-
their whole life depends around that.
No, I get it a little bit because like people plan for concerts, especially that are far away. They plan their day around it,
Yeah.
and like and so even an hour can like affect a bunch of it. Of like now they gotta reschedule their leaving time, gotta reschedule like the hotel. They gotta when they're gonna check into the hotel, they gotta reschedule rides if they needed rides, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Flights.
the they,
Yeah,
they
yeah. Again, there's people who take
so
flights for them.
yeah, so the concert was on a Tuesday, is on a Tuesday, and it is changed time from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And it's a lot of money as well. He had three tickets, and it cost him $1,024. So
Okay, that
930 euros. That's a lot of
yeah,
money.
that's a lot.
That's a lot
And
of
that's
money.
late. 10:30 is late, man.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
I don't want to be up at 2
that's
a.m. to
two
see a Madonna
hours
music.
on, and again, there's people. Yeah, again, yeah, and how long would this concert be?
And checking
I'm
in, you have to check in before like you have to
yeah, but
check
again,
in the
no,
same
no. But
day.
I'm wondering uh, how long this concert was. Was it like
And
2 hours, or
NSP,
if it was like 5 hours,
see
or maybe just
NSP,
like four? Four. That would probably be like it's like a 4 hour
and
concert. If you put that up
then
2 hours, yeah, that would be done at midnight. And
yeah,
yeah, I would think like yeah, there's like thousands of people who couldn't get the latest bus home, so they have to wait until morning.
Cloud.
but like usually concerts go around 2 hours. NSP was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not just Madonna that plays. It's not like only her. There's other people that play at the same time.
Yes.
Like before, like there's opening acts, uh, and so like that's hard. So it's gonna run like 2.5 hours, 3 hours,
Yeah.
depending on how many songs Madonna wants to do,
Yeah.
and
Not
and
to,
how many songs the other bands are doing.
not to mention, like the article says that um, Madonna usually comes 2 hours too late, meaning that if the concert is put to 10:30 p.m. and she's 2 hours too late, it's basically on this other day. It's basically on the Wednesday that they are doing the concert. This
Yeah,
is ridiculous. Sorry, Madonna, but this is ridiculous. I actually agree with the fan.
Yeah, but again, I don't think. Yeah, I think he should just like be. Yeah, if he's like suing her to give a refund for everyone who went to that concert, I would be for it if he was like, I want $1 million. Eh.
Well, that.
But if he wants like everyone who was forced to go to that concert
Yeah.
to get some of that money, I would like, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't.
because again,
Yeah.
that's just like, and oh god, Madonna, she's such a narcissist.
The
Uh,
article doesn't say how much he wants back. I think he just wants like the money for the tickets back, but I don't know. It was just a fun
to be
thingy.
fair,
But I
a
think
lot of that
yeah.
like when I think of my trip to go see NSP, if they like can't like were 2 hours delayed, I'd be upset because
Yeah,
then I would have to check into my hotel first,
true.
like, and then go out because like uh, even though some people probably do that, some people arrive pretty close to the time that like it starts,
True.
and like again, and even I love NSP, but I don't want to stay up till like 3 a.m. listening to NSP. You know what I mean?
Only if I have the day off after.
And
Yeah.
like, and there's certain people that like kids that want to go.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's like little girls that are going to Madonna concert.
Yeah, true.
You know, And like at 10 a.m., what adult, responsible adults gonna let their kids stay up till 1 a.m. listening to Madonna? You know what I mean?
On a Tuesday night.
Oh,
Apparently.
Wait,
I,
what was this concert on a Tuesday night?
well, it will
yeah.
be on a Tuesday night. It's on the 17th, so it's not even happening yet. It hasn't happened yet. So it's the next month.
Oh God.
Yeah. And they're already suing.
It hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
And they're already.
Yes.
The
When you-
bombs haven't even dropped, and people are already killing people on the street.
Okay.
It's not good.
No.
It doesn't look good on her because, like, when you pay for something, you expect to get the thing you paid for, and when you delay it for 2 hours, it'd be different if it started at like. This would be totally different if it started, at like 5,
Mm-hmm.
and it got delayed till like 7.
Yeah,
And then
true.
I'd be like, okay, but like 8:30, what was 8:30 and got delayed
Yes.
till 10 o'clock at night.
Yes. Just a bit ridiculous.
Um,
Okay, but news is done. 30 minutes are up. Shall we go to general talk?
let's do it.
Let's do that. How has your week
Well,
Dutch
after we
English.
recorded,
Oof. What did you say?
after we recorded, the next day I woke up and I had the flu.
Aww.
And
I
I
had.
had work that day,
Oh no.
and I decided to take a bunch of medicine and go to work, which was because I just all I wanted to do was pass out, and I was not
Aw.
doing very well at work. Got out the next day, and still just haven't fully recovered.
It's the flu, of course. You can't recover just during one day, especially if you don't try to rest during that day.
Unfortunately, yes. But yeah. So how are you feeling now then, Cloud?
Ah man, I have the worst stuffy nose today.
I must admit, I had the flu as well. Um, but I took sick leave and I just was in bed for 2 whole days. Like I couldn't be bothered to get up. So sick was I. And you know how I'm like early bird stuff. I usually wake up at
Yeah.
5:30, and now I was like 9 a.m. No, I can't go out of bed. I was way too tired. Passed out every now and then. And now I also have a stuffy nose. But yeah.
I'm awake. Too tired.
Yeah. And don't know if I did. Oh,
I'm too sleepy. I'm too tired to go asleep.
basically was that, yeah, for 2 whole days, and then I was like, maybe I have to go back to work.
I remember
Ah.
just like not even sleeping. It was more like just laying there.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening, basically.
But at the same time, I just was laying there.
Yeah.
Dude, it was nice because I wasn't moving and I was warm.
Mm-hmm. True.
Too warm.
Mine was like that chilly. I get chills where like your body's really warm, but you feel like you're freezing.
Yeah, and you actually want more, but then it's too hot actually for your body. Oh yeah. But did I tell you about my drawing tablet that it broke? Did I tell you that last week?
Yeah.
About your what?
My drawing tablet broke last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
and
told
you
us.
got
Yeah, and now
a
I
new-
and now I have a new one. It's a very early birthday present, and I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. It's so beautiful, this thing. I love it so much.
You got a fancy one.
I've got a fancy one with a screen, and I can draw on it, and I can animate on it, and the animation is amazing because suddenly I can actually like work like it's on paper, and it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
We discovered,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we discovered that my old
You
Wacom
just
was already 4 years old, so it was kind of like it's time. I'm using it every day, so it was kind of like it's time.
It's your time to die, choir boy.
Yeah.
Wow. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
oh,
Yes.
I'm very glad that you got a new thing
Yeah.
and you're happy with it.
Yes. More animations and more drawings to come. Um, but I'm also kind of like, Cloud. You used to have last week you had a Tales from the Truck Stop. Do you have a Tale from the Truck Stop? Except for the fact that you were sick.
Well, I've had more, people try to, you know, like,
Be
be rude
rude.
to me. Yeah. Uh, no one's like claimed. Uh, no one did like last week where they gave me money and claimed that they gave me the different amount.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always somebody trying to like. Is when people are like stunned that you have to ask what kind of gas they want,
Yeah.
and they're always I'm like I'm just like, oh, what do you want to fill it with? And they look at me, they're like, obviously this one, and I'm like, there are four different types of gas.
Yeah. It's the same like, what do you want to drink? Yeah, the usual. You never come here. What's your
Like,
usual?
sir, I see like 40, I see over 100 people a day. Do you really think I'm like, oh yeah, this car in particular likes this thing?
Yeah. This
Yeah, again,
car.
I'm not an army
Mm,
corporal. What do you look like, an army corporal? I can't remember
No.
150 faces.
Every time you go to the gas station, you fill it like a lot
Again,
of
look.
money.
yeah. But nothing like really special happened this week.
I mean, I feel like there was like something. Uh, well, one guy came
Mm-hmm.
in
Oh,
and he parked his car on the farthest one because of
Mm-hmm.
course he did. Uh, and started filling his gas by himself, which he's not allowed to do.
Yes.
And when after that happened, I was like, okay. I just let it be, which is what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And my coworker goes over, and I see him start yelling and getting uh, like
who is
upset.
yelling?
My the customer and my coworker
Ah.
because of and after and then I hear him call for a manager on the radio because we have like radios that have earpieces out of my work. And so I hear him ask for the manager, and then the guy gets in the car and fucking speeds off. And so I'm like, well, what happened? I go over and ask, and apparently he was like trying to fill a container that wasn't a gas can
Hmm.
with gas, and like getting gas everywhere.
Oh dear.
I talked to the customer first doing it. I walked over there, and I'm like, hey, how can I help you? He's like, no, I got it. And I was uh, watching him a little, and he was like, he got antsy with me. It was just like, what? Am I doing it wrong? What do you want? And I was like,
Wait, so
dude,
what was he not
chill.
filling his gas tank?
Was, but like, people do this thing where it'll be obviously full, but they'll like keep trying to like put more gas into it.
Yeah. So it clicks off and then they just push on.
Yeah, more and more, and which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And then
So
after,
so he stole gas. He didn't even pay for it.
oh, you had to pay to make the machine work at mine.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
okay. So why is it a concern that why is it a concern that yeah, why is it a concern that they have to be manned? Why can't he just pay for it, fill up, and then go?
it's illegal in Oregon.
But he just did it. He had, but again, he had to pay.
Yeah, but it's
The money was already the truck stop had money before the gas went into his truck. You get what I mean?
I understand your confusion, but it's different in
There's no
America
way
than
to
in
cheat the
Europe.
system here.
It's different in Europe. In Europe, you just
Yes,
do it
but still,
yourself.
there's just, yeah, but again, it seems like there's still a system in place. Like,
There's probably a reason why
It's
it's
like-
illegal.
Oh, it's like going to the movies, paying to go see a movie, and then recording it on a camera.
huh?
You're,
Hmm.
they already paid for the they already paid for the movie, so why can't they just record it?
Um.
I think there is a
not a
difference
good
in
parallel.
understanding here, because I think
That's not. No. No.
let's do this,
No,
but let's do
No,
this
again,
after.
because you
Yeah.
because if they like went took out a jerry can and started to fill that also, then that would be like going to a movie and recording it. But no,
That's
because
what they did. That's
Yeah.
why people we were upset.
oh, he was filling up a jerry can.
Yes.
Which again, you're allowed to do, but that you yourself can't do it because
Mhm.
it's illegal in Oregon to fill it yourself because it's because we have a job in place for people to do it, to people,
Mhm.
and I get not people wanting to or people not getting it and just doing it cause, but like the company could get in trouble for stuff like that if too many
Mhm.
people are doing it.
Yeah.
And every now and again, someone does it themselves just because we're too busy and they don't want to wait, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like making a mess and you're filling stuff that isn't even a normal thing to put gas in, that's
Mhm.
when it becomes a problem.
Yeah. I understand that. Yes. Don't make a mess. If you want to do it like in a good way. If you're gonna do it yourself. But well. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I I never filled a jerry can with gas. I only did my own car. But Benjamin wanted to Benjamin had a story as well. What happened to you, Benjamin?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What is it? I just want to talk about. There's a lot of shit that's going down, and it's quite exciting. So let's start with that more or less on Monday. This Monday, of course I had the last class was my music class, but
Mhm.
I think kind of before my music teacher came up to me and asked me if I knew about the sessions that went on after school, and I said I did not really, and because there's separate there's like a separate school that's owned by the school I go to, but it's a culture school, and you have to like pay to get to take classes there. But
Mhm.
for some reason, like, and he asked me if I took singing lessons there, as I said I didn't, and apparently there's this class that I'm going. This music class has complimentary free music lessons, which I
Ooh.
didn't know. So, but more or less, so one was he had a session coming up after the class,
Mm-hmm.
and but he didn't have a singer, so he asked me,
Okay.
and I said sure, and so I stayed there after hours, and yeah, then I met the rest of the band, but more or less, and then I had to try to sing a weird song that I had never heard before, and we didn't come far because Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel is a
Hmm.
hard song to memorize if it's the first time you hear it, because the timing is really odd.
Yeah.
But more or less that, and I'm like, and that is, I am going to, yeah, be playing sessions each Monday now after that, and on Wednesday I talked to my music teacher and asked, and more or less gave it like a song that we could perform too,
Mm-hmm.
because there's going to be more than one. And I just, told them a song that I am really like, I'm really comfortable singing, and I know I can do it
Mm-hmm. Wait.
with fabulous. That's I believe in a thing called Love by the Darkness, but
Oh,
yes,
I really thought you were saying Queen. I thought you were you would be
no,
saying
no, no, no,
Queen.
no, no, no. Even though the darkness is, even though the darkness is, a lot of times even credited as a Queen tribute band,
Hmm.
they are not Queen.
No. Okay.
Even though the drummer is the son of Queen's drummer, which is awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So, but the thing is about that is that they during the first music lesson of the week, uh, they wrote on uh, on the whiteboard some I'm just throwing shit around uh,
Mm-hmm.
on the whiteboard of some okay, on days that we will be performing on,
Mm.
and more or less, the school has an open house the 20th,
Nice.
so 11 days from now, and it's from the 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., and they just want us to stand to be in the classroom and sing and play, and I'm like, yeah, sure, so people can come and listen.
Yeah.
Just see
Lovely.
that this what
That is lovely.
yeah, yeah, and more or less, and then we had at the youth recreational the youth recreational center.
Mm-hmm.
There was like it was the midwinter rock, or the a night, a rock themed night
Mm-hmm.
during the midwinter, and that was in the 11th of December. And the thing is, not only is my class going to perform there, the ones that I am playing with the session are, so I'm kind of doubling that.
That's
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a lot of stuff
Yeah, and
going
then
on.
also on Lucia, which is a predominantly Swedish uh, tradition, which is, it's hard to describe, but more or less, that's the 13th of December. The school will have a special Christmas Christmas buffet, um, the Christmas lunch more or less, and a Christmas table. That is what we call it. Uh, and that and during that, me and my class will be performing during school lunch.
You will have a
And
lot of performances. Lovely.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing is about this is that everyone in the class was the one I had a crush on. He asked, "Wait, so wait, the lunch during lunch?" And then our one of the teachers said yes, and everyone except me went everyone except me because I was like, whoa, an actual crowd.
Okay.
And also, where
This High School Musical.
my class will also perform during my school's my school's uh,
Song.
in my school's closing ceremony at the 20th of December.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, you should be. That sounds
I'm not
amazing.
done with the stories.
Okay, you have 10 minutes.
I know. So,
Get born.
ah, wait, yeah, yeah.
Don't stress.
Sorry. Oh. My mic got disconnected. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so more or less,
Where to
then
breathe.
they what?
Breathe while you're talk, darling. Breathe. Yes.
Yes, get the ASMR flowing in. So, then on Tuesday, I spent a lot of the day, both lunch and then we had bowling after that.
Nice.
And
Did you get
I
a
spent
strike?
a lot. What?
Did you get a strike?
Like maybe twice, I think.
Ooh.
It's not that difficult to get a strike. You just have to
See,
put it
now
with
you
quite a
took
bit
that.
of force and then just do it straight.
Yeah, something you're not good at, but yeah.
Bitch, please. Again, I get the joke, but I'm actually quite decent at bowling.
Okay, come on.
Uh, yeah, again, no, no, I don't straight. My wiggles.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, but so I more or less I spent a lot of time with my newly acquired friend
Mm-hmm.
I've been befriending for about a month, and after when I was walking to the school, well, more or less I was going to splinter off from the groups and go to my bus stop,
Mm-hmm.
but he told me that he usually after don't goes home and he just wanders around the streets. He had never went to the youth recreational center, and about that, more or less, after school you can just go there, hang out, just do stuff.
Oh,
There's
boys and girls
a
club.
few stuff to do, and so more or less instead of, so I was like, but you got. So I made a decision. I was like, you and I are going to that place to hang out, and he want to go to a game store after that. So game store too. So more or less, yeah. So we hanged out. Then we walked to the game store. We more or less I spent a lot of the remainder of my day with my friend, and also when he was going to he bought some games for his for his brother's birthday, and after that, on checkout, the game store we have no, the game store we have here in my town, it's a very good game store. It's an independent one, which is awesome. It's the best retro game store in Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
or if not the whole of Nordic, uh, the Norse countries, the Nordic countries. But uh, uh, but more or less at checkout they have a system where they get the name of the one who uh, they get the name of the person who is buying,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just make a little thing for them on a computer. But more or less, but when the clerk asked for my friend's name, he just started, ah, and then he looked at me, and he called me over. I went and I said my name, mainly because he didn't want his dead name is technically
Mm-hmm.
his legal name. Yeah, it's getting changed, but still. So
Yes.
yeah, I think those games were again he paid for them, but I think they were technically bought in my name,
Oh,
which was kind of
okay.
weird. But yeah, still, don't you do for a friend? And it's not a big deal, really.
No.
Now, see, now what
Oh,
you
and that was more like I'm almost certain they wouldn't have cared. Um,
now you just go over and you go
mhm.
like, and you take them, and then when he complains, be like, what? You bought them in my name, so they're mine.
They're on my name.
No, no.
Aw.
Like a library book.
Yeah. But library books, yeah, that only cost you money. um,
Yeah, but again,
My
that didn't cost
my
me money. He paid for them. He
yeah.
used his card. Again, the only thing that it's that weird policy they have.
more
Uh,
libraries are starting to like s- do games as well as movies and as
Mm-hmm.
oh
well as
yeah.
the
Wait, they
one
lend out games.
they,
Yes.
they started doing
Okay,
that.
oh, that's cool. But
One of the
Grandpa, you need to know that you have to like download the games. Just a disc won't play a game anymore. You have to download the whole fucking game again.
I do own an Xbox and I've owned a PlayStation 4.
No,
So
yeah, but in the Xbox One,
okay,
like you have to download that whole entire game,
yes.
and it sucks because again on Xbox 360. You plop in the disc, you buy a new game, you plop in that, and then you plop it into the Xbox. You're playing it.
Well,
But
I'm
you
playing games.
you buy a
And
new game for your in the Xbox. You plop it in. You're waiting 5 hours for it to download 50 gigabytes. Uh,
I don't know about 5 hours. If you have bad internet, I guess 5 hours. But yeah,
we're not American. Uh,
I
actually,
don't
every
waste
other
5 hours
America
either.
has some of the worst internet.
I live on the countryside. I don't have good internet.
Yeah,
There
okay,
you go.
Mama, or if
that's
you literally like you're in the Netherlands.
yeah.
I is there even something that could be called a rural area in your tight little land?
Not according
Hey,
to
actually,
American
Sounds
people
like a
or
euphemism.
Swedish people.
all you,
N-
all you, all you gotta do, Barb, is convert one of your many windmills into
well,
internet.
there is
Antenna.
like you can go into a forest and there will be full coverage of your phone. So yeah, there's you just are in the middle of a forest and you don't have to worry about anything. The only thing you have to worry actually is if you are in a full concrete building, because then the phone signal doesn't really get through the cement, so your phone calls are a bit shaky. But for the rest, everything is okay.
Actually, America has some of the worst internet because of the way like Comcast and another company had like monopolized the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, finally we're starting to break away from that, and there's some companies that can give better internet. But
Okay.
like for a while, it was that's why. Um, Sweden should also have good internet, but when you're out in the middle of nowhere, then you lose.
You always lose.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, at
But
least you have a good sunset to look at
yeah.
as you cry as you try to download a movie.
Wait, I have a good something to look at.
Does she have a good sunset to look at?
A good sunset. You're all right about that, but not really, because again, we're in the northern hemisphere here. Uh, the sun now a year doesn't go up. Doesn't go down
Oh yeah.
during the night. It's like 5 o'clock and it's dark.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right now it's like 9:30. It's like 8:30 p.m. And it's pitch black
Yeah,
outside.
it's with me.
Uh,
It's
And it's just
it's
like
true.
Our
yeah,
podcast is going
the wind, the autumn weather is setting in.
Alright, so it's time
Yes.
because you're over our time. So as always, you can
Yeah.
follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/cloudwork. You can follow our Twitter, that being at cloudwork_Alex.
Mm-hmm.
We can follow Miss Mama Work at at Miss Mama Work on
Yes.
Twitter. Uh, there's Zeph Struggles on Instagram.
Snubby
I
struggles.
did
Yeah.
a lousy cover of a thing, and I regret posting it, but I'm gonna keep it up. So yeah, go and watch.
Watch him sing
Just to
and
watch
take
me
too many
suffer.
pictures of himself.
Yeah.
And yeah, those are all our things,
Yes.
you can find them there. If you like our opening music, it was done by Speth on YouTube or at Speth on Twitter. You can find him if you can't find it for some reason, but you can find ours. Just go to our followers thing and find them there.
Yes. Thank you all for watching our 25th episode. We are 1/4 of 100 in. So, thank you all for listening.
Yeah, a quarter to 10.
Yeah. Thank you for
It's a
listening.
quarter to 10.
Yep.
And we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Well,
Bye.